creating a pattern, then strengthening the pattern. So we talk a lot about that here at the farm with the horses, but it also applies to people. So that's what we're going to talk about today for Monday Marination. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm excited for this week. So this is a big topic around here, is create patterns, then strengthen the pattern. So as we get older as humans, we're good at something and we're not good at other things, or we're learning something new, but we're learning something new as an older person. And you're not going to be good at things when you're first learning things, the same as the horses. So thinking about breaking things down into much smaller steps for you, if you were learning something new, if you're, say, new to riding or new to anything that you're unfamiliar with, new to going to the gym, anything you're new to, think of breaking it down into smaller steps and not expecting perfection in that first step. Just go in the right direction. Just start building the pattern. Then you can start strengthening the pattern. I explain it like if you were going to the gym, you're not going to go to the gym on day one and do a leg press of like 500 pounds. That would be completely ridiculous and you would completely fail. So you want to think of going to the gym and doing a leg press with 0 weight on the machine. If you've ever been to the gym doing leg press, no weight on the machine. And then the next time you go, maybe you put, 5 pounds of weight on either side of the leg press machine, whatever it is. Or maybe you're doing squats and you're doing squats for the first time and you do no weight. You might do 5 squats. If you need to get your coordination, you need to get the strengthening of the pattern. Or think about writing with your other hand. Are you good at writing with both hands? Some people, of course, are. They're ambidextrous, but a lot of us are not. So I'm left-handed. If I have to write with my right hand, or maybe you're right-handed, and you're going to pick up a pen with the left hand, just holding the pen with the other hand is hard. Just holding the pen with the other hand is hard because you don't have that pattern of how to hold the pen in your brain, in your body. So then you have to figure out how to hold the pen. Then you have to figure out how to write with the pen. And is it going to be good? Legible? Probably not. Probably not. So you have to get better at it. And so my point to all of this is when you're training horses, it's the exact same thing. You're going to ask them to say, do, a leg yield or something. You're asking them to move sideways. The first time they try to move sideways, they're going to be like, whoa, this is awkward. And they're going to find it hard. And so then you just keep building on that one piece at a time. You might do 1 step sideways and reward them. Then the next ride, you might do a couple of steps sideways, then reward them. Or if you're teaching them to walk with a rider for the first time, you might do 2 steps with the weight of a rider on a horse, then stop. We have to stop piecing too many pieces together. So think of it this way. You send a kid to kindergarten, a little human, and they have no previous experience writing, just say. And you send them to class and you say, okay, today in the first class, you're going to learn how to hold the pencil. Now, you're also going to learn how to trace the letters with the little dotted lines to learn the alphabet. You're going to trace those letters today. Then you're also going to be expected to write the entire alphabet out. And then you're going to be expected to spell cat and dog by the end of the first class. That would be so ridiculous and absolutely impossible. A little human is never going to do that. Holding the pencil is challenging enough. Or even staying focused to hold the pencil is challenging enough for day one. So we're piecing way too many things together for ourselves and for our horses when we're training. So you've got to break it down into much smaller steps and then reward yourself, reward your horse for doing it. Because when the brain feels the reward of you pat yourself on the back, or in our case with the horses, we're using the reward integration system where we click them and give them a treat when they did the exact thing that we were asking in the smallest way to start. So we're creating the pattern, then strengthening the pattern. When your brain gets a reward like that dopamine, it's like, oh, I like this. oh my goodness, I'm so proud of myself. Your brain subconsciously is happy about it because it's like, oh, I did this. I'm good at this. Okay. Same with the horses. So the whole point of Monday Marination today was create the pattern, then strengthen the pattern, and break the steps down into much smaller steps. Then reward yourself for taking those steps. Say you do something new today, like go to the gym. You need to like cheer yourself on, be like, yeah, I did it. Even though you might not have lifted any weights. You might just have shown up to the gym. You just walked in, sat down, then walked out. That's amazing. You went there. You didn't used to go there. Now you did. That is a win. So you have to start rewarding these little things and cheering yourself on, cheering your horse on, whatever it is for you, in smaller steps. Because to try to create a big pattern change will eventually fail, because your brain will be like, this is too hard, and there's no motivation in the world that will override your brain saying this is too hard, right? You can keep trying to be motivated, but eventually you're going to fail because your subconscious is going to be like, this is too hard. We can't do it. We're bad at this. It's dangerous. We're unsafe, because your subconscious is going to do that to you. So my point is, smaller steps, reward every small step, and don't beat yourself up when you don't do it perfect. Just be like, cool, I did something. Or with your horse, if they go in the right direction, even the smallest step, reward them, make it fun, make it exciting for them so that they want to keep doing it, so they feel good about themselves. It's all about empowering ourselves, empowering the people around us, empowering the horses. It's so exciting. I just love it so much. And it's so much fun because you're constantly cheering yourself on, cheering your horse on, cheering each other on. Way more fun. Way more fun. So let's do that this week. See where you can break something down into smaller steps and reward yourself, reward your horse immediately for the smaller steps. Then start piecing them together. You're not saying you're not going to get to the bigger pattern or the bigger goal. You're just saying you're going to break it down into much smaller steps and reward yourself along the way, because then the journey is fun. It's more exciting. It's way more empowering. You'll feel fulfilled. You'll be like, yes, I'm amazing. Or my horse is amazing. You'll just feel so much better. So let's do that this week. Break things into smaller steps. See where you're doing something now. Maybe it's at work or with your family or with your horse. See where you can break something down into much smaller steps and reward yourself, cheer yourself on, cheer your horse on, whatever it is, and see how you feel when you do it. I'm going to tell you, it's life-changing. I know it is for us here. We're having so much fun. So I can't wait to hear how this goes for you guys. See where you can break something down into much smaller steps, much smaller than you think, like way smaller than you think. And then see how you feel, see how the week goes, see how your horse feels, see how your friends, family, coworkers feel. I'm excited for you guys. So have an awesome week. I will see you guys next week.